Hey, I'm Amanda Ross, and I help nonprofits navigate the digital space to make a greater impact online so they can build awareness and increase funding. Today's video is about social media for nonprofits. But before we get into that, I don't want you to miss out on something really great that I have for you. It is the 4 biggest things that nonprofits aren't doing yet that will increase your donations and impact instantly. So grab it in the link below. All right, so let's talk about social media. So social media is a fabulous way for you to reach your audience and bring them back to either your website or a donation page or whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe it's an online event or an online training or something like that you want to bring them to so that you can start bringing in some donations from them via selling an item or on a donation page. So social media is a way to do that. There are lots of different platforms out there, and it's really important to figure out who your target market is, which I talked about in another video. So just look for that in my video library, where I tell you a little bit more about how to figure out who your target market is. So once you know who your target market is, then we know what social network is the best one for you to focus on. Another thing to really keep in mind when you're doing social is that you have to make sure that your branding is strong. It's really important that your brand is strong and standing out from the crowd because people are just scrolling through, babe. So as they're scrolling, we want to make sure that something that you're doing makes them stop and take notice. So make sure that when you're building out your images or your wording, whether it's your copywriting or whatever it is, we're building out really strong messaging and visuals. I've seen some nonprofits where I see their visuals and I know right away that it's a nonprofit because sometimes you can tell that it was a little do-it-yourself, right? Oh, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with doing it yourself, but there are great tools out there that you can use that totally hides the fact that you guys are doing everything yourself. So there are lots of tools that you can use that will actually help you showcase your brand in a great way, and they're so easy to use. They're online tools and many of them are free. One of the ones I love is called Ripple. It's R-I-P-L. I love this tool. What I love about it is that you can make these kind of little mini movies, and they're really cool because they definitely catch the audience's attention because they're really different from just a normal image or a video that's a talking head. They do some really cool things with fonts and things like that. And it's super easy to put together, and you download it as an MP4 and off you go. The other thing you have to understand about the different platforms is that not every platform is going to be able, you're not going to be able to utilize necessarily the same things for every single platform. So Instagram obviously is very visual. So it's all about sort of images, little videos, things like that. And then maybe on Facebook, we want to sort of build out more copywriting, right? We want to maybe have more stories. Videos work really, really well on Facebook. Facebook is really loving the video space right now, so videos work well there. Of course, we don't want to forget about YouTube. YouTube is an amazing place that you can have a dedicated library of video content for the audience, and people are eating up video. It is just becoming more and more the thing that everybody is building out and watching. So you have to kind of get on that video train. And don't get caught up in worrying about it being a full-blown professional video. You can just pull out your phone at any time and record. They can be 30 seconds long, it can be 15 minutes long, whatever it might be. Don't be afraid of video. And I would actually recommend that if you're gonna try video and you're a little bit nervous about it, there's nothing wrong with saying for 2 weeks, I'm gonna shoot video on my phone, I'm just gonna kind of do it off the cuff or whatever it might be, but I'm not actually gonna share it. That way for 2 weeks, you kind of get comfortable using your phone, doing the videos, and then on that 15th day, that's the one you're actually gonna post. And so you've kind of prepared yourself for that ahead of time. So video is a really great way to sort of share your message and so that people can relate to you and build that trust. Using chatbots within your social media is also a fabulous way. So if you have a Facebook page, you can actually build out a link that sits right there that says, talk to me, okay? Or something like that. You can sort of decide what that button's gonna say. And when they click on it, a little messenger bot will open up, and you can build out a whole chat bot there that they can have a discussion with your organization without you actually typing a thing, because it's available 24 hours a day for them to get some information. And chatbots are really cool because you can actually sort of either bring them along sort of a story or a path to guide them to whatever it is that you really think is the most important thing for them. It could be questions that you're asking and you're giving them a couple of answers, they pick one and it guides them through, which is a really amazing way to use Facebook Messenger. We want to make sure also on social media that we are being consistent. Consistency is key. It's one of the biggest things to any branding strategy in the world. So we want to make sure that we're always consistent with our social media. We also don't want to overwhelm ourselves with doing social media. So there are lots of ways that you can use tools or even the tool itself to schedule things. So I love using, especially in Facebook groups, I love using Facebook's ability to schedule posts. So once in my Facebook group, I actually scheduled out 16 weeks of posts so that I didn't have to worry about it again for 16 weeks, which is amazing. So I love being able to sort of do that ahead of time and sort of just bang it out over a weekend or in a day and get her done. And then I can just move on and I don't have to worry about it for a long time. There are tools that you can use for Instagram and Pinterest and lots of different ways. So if you want to know more about tools, I would love to hear about that in the comments, and we can have maybe a chat in the comments about some of the tools that I think are really, really useful. So those are just some ways that you can use social media for nonprofits. Now, before you go, I really don't want you to miss out on the 4 biggest things nonprofits aren't doing yet that will increase your donations and impact instantly. You can grab that below, so don't miss out on that. And I just want to thank you and say that I appreciate you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time. And so if you can do me a huge favor and like, subscribe, or comment below, like I said, I'd love to hear more about what's going on with you. So comment below and let me know. That would be amazing.